Today's video is my first ever video I'm making in response to a request. So here we go, wish me luck. Hi, welcome to Miss Julie's Montessori Minutes. I'm Miss Julie. I'm so glad you found this video. The question I got was, how can I help my child play independently? Right, this is an important skill to be able to play and eventually be able to work independently without constant redirection or suggestions or company. Can just work and play on our own. I'm sure you've had this situation where you need to get a particular task done and your child keeps wanting you to come play. And sure, maybe you'd like to play, but sometimes you're not available and you just have to do things, and it's good for your child to play independently anyway. So what do? Well, first of all, setting up the environment will help a lot with this. If your child can get everything he or she needs to work on a project, entertain themselves, the child won't need to come to you and ask to play because they can just select the items by themselves. But if they have to come to you and say, hey, could you help me get my blocks down, or I can't find my favorite book, while they're at it, they might as well, ask you to play with them. But if they're in the mood to do something and they can just go do what they want without having to come and get you, then they're more likely to play independently. So if everything is arranged in a neat and orderly manner, they'll just see it there on the shelf and choose to play with it, or the basket, however you've arranged it. So setting up the environment. Secondly, make sure you have a variety of toys, and not just the number of toys I'm talking about here, but the variety. So they should have art items out, they should have some type of toy where you have to solve a problem and think and figure things out. So a puzzle would be a classic example of a problem-solving activity. They should have something, especially starting about 2.5, something for pretend play, so little real animal figures or trucks, something that they can use their great imagination to do a little pretend play with. Should have access to books where it's easy to get the book and easy to put the book away. Access to things to build, so that could be classic wooden blocks, magnetiles, brios, any kind of thing they can construct with. It's nice to have some simple musical instruments out, an egg shaker, a little chime to strike, something if they're in a musical mood that they play with. And last but not least, they should have practical life items out so that they can clean their environment, clean up after themselves, or so they have access to things if they're in the mood to sweep. Once you have, one or two from each of those areas I just described, make sure you're rotating them pretty frequently. So if you notice you had a puzzle out and some wooden blocks out and your child's not really playing with them anymore, get some different puzzles or blocks out and your child will be like, Christmas or a birthday. Again, oh yeah, I haven't seen that for a while. And the interest will be renewed. That's what we do in a toddler Montessori environment. We're rotating things frequently based on what we observe the child working with, needing to work with, and interested in. So rotate those toys, and having less out at a time will also help with that order piece we talked about earlier. Another tip is when you're bringing a new item into your child's environment and they've never played with something like that before, never used that type of art, never used that type of building material before, then take some time to introduce it to them and play together with it first, and then leave them wanting more play and say, oh, and now you can play with this on your own, and then leave them. But sometimes if it's brand new, they're not sure what to do with it. I might find something to do with it, but maybe not to the fullest extent that that material could keep them entertained and focused and concentrating. So you can give a little introduction on how to use the material. And another piece of setting up the environment is give them versions of things they see you doing. So this could be, like I talked about, practical life, the type of cleaning they see you doing. Give them safe child-side versions of that so that they can do it with you. So especially with cooking and cleaning, rather than saying, no, I can't play with you, I'm busy, then invite them to, help take care of the house and help prepare a meal. They love it, practical life. But beyond that, if they're seeing you, especially now working from home or doing a hobby, you can give them materials so they can do those same activities. So if you're a quilter, you can save little scraps of fabric and they can arrange little simple patterns and be doing one part of what they see you doing. Or if you're a lawyer and they see you writing on a legal pad, get them a little legal pad. Do lawyers write on legal pads anymore? I don't know. So whatever hobby or work or any activity you're doing, as you go through your day, think about, is there a part of this my child could do? And I could set up a little activity that they could do that too. Unless you're a fire eater, don't give them torches and gasoline to prepare. That wouldn't be appropriate. But you can set your child up for success when you're going to start a project that you really need to concentrate on, and it's not the sort of thing your child can help with, like if you're preparing your torches because you're a fire eater, something dangerous, something they can't help you with, or work, conference call, something they cannot be involved in, then you can say, look, I'm going to be doing such and such. I'm available for this 10-minute period. Say, what would you like to do with me until then? And then, read a book, do a puzzle together, whatever they chose, and say, okay, now I have to go concentrate, or I get to go concentrate on this right now, and I'll be done, after this timer goes off, or I'll let you know as soon as I'm done. Now, the key to the I'll let you know as soon as I'm done is, to actually do that, and it's easy to forget. That can build trust that you are going to be available again. That's an important skill for them to learn too, is to respect when other people are available. So I hope that answers that question, and this takes some time. It won't be overnight, but it is a skill they can build. All right, thanks for watching. Since you watched to the end, it means you liked this video enough to click on the thumbs up button. I really hope you do. Thanks for watching.